Besides overseeing the switching of sources, the director is responsible for the final framing or composition of shots, which is something that needs to be communicated quickly and clearly. So instead of saying, "Hey Dan, get me a shot of the drums," simply say which camera and what you want, in that order. So 3 drums, 1 lead. Things can happen fast on a live production, especially when there's a lot to cover. So I always remind my crews that my promise as a director is to be urgent, but never angry. Just because I need something quickly doesn't mean I'm angry, it just means I need it to happen as quickly as possible, and that I think it's possible. Every director I know started as a camera operator. They know what it's like to be on the other end of the intercom. And if they're asking for something, they usually know it's possible and think that you can do it. So think of urgency as a vote of confidence and not a setup for failure. Cameras, if a director gives you instruction and your camera is not on air, get that shot as fast as possible. Making a slow, smooth move to your objective is not helpful unless your camera is live. If you don't know where to go, say there's an interaction between the audience and a question and answer panel, it's okay to pop your head out of the viewfinder, find who's talking, and then frame up your shot from there. You're in the room, which is a massive advantage to knowing what's going on versus being in the production booth, which is oftentimes removed from the action. You are the eyes and the ears of the director. So remember, you don't always need to look through the viewfinder to find your final shot. Listen for instruction, move fast, adjust your focus, and then listen for any final framing cues. As far as speaking clearly to cameras goes, directors should be simple and use direct instructions. Like 2 singers, 3 full wide, 4 that's your guy. Even if a director doesn't know exactly what they want, they can still be clear and give direction using phrases like 2 something else, 3 I already have that. Or even saying something like, "Anyone have keys?" All these phrases can be really helpful direction, even when the director doesn't know specifically what they want. So be sure to use those in your productions. If you're on camera, setting up a shot, and you can't get the shot that you're instructed to get, do your best to show the director what's going on and why you can't do it. Maybe there's a head in the way, or you can't zoom in anymore, or there's something ugly in the side of the frame that you're trying to cut out. If all else fails, you can quickly talk back to the director on the intercom. Of course you can. Or, pro tip, you can nod your camera up and down to say yes, or side to side to say no. There's a lot of communication that you can do visually without actually having to talk back to the production booth.